Thank you, Madam Boucher. Scoop. Next on the program here is the presentation of awards of Legacy of Care volunteers. So, as I call your name, please come up to the stage with your escort to receive your award. So we'll begin the presentation of Legacy of Care volunteer staff awardees with Lolita Massengill and James Massengill. She said, volunteering is fulfilling the apostolic mission in word and deed. Next, Grace Blunier, escorted by Dr. Patrick Blunier, who's already here. Why does Grace do this? She says, I volunteer because I choose to care. Of course. Next is Teresita Jokson. Way in the back. Speaking of back, she says, I volunteer to give back. Of course. We have talents we want to share. Come straight for it. Next, Pals David, escorted by her. Said, volunteering gives me an opportunity to use my experience and skills to help others while at the same time continue to develop new skills and new knowledge. For field Zardoza, escorted by Oscar Zardoza. He says, I volunteer to help people in need, and to teach them the importance of good health and provide resources available in the community. Elvira Dembe. She is all sparkly. As I volunteer to give back to the community and for self-satisfaction. Next, Miriam Ellis, escorted by Jim McMillan. Miriam says, giving your time for others can make one feel time rich. Time rich, I like that term. It promotes greater functionality and ability and lowers the rates of depression later in life. Next, Bernie and Shanna, escorted by Roy, Fabian. Everyone says, why do we volunteer? Irma says, volunteering gives me spiritual and emotional satisfaction, while at the same time, I'm able to be a role model to my children and society. Virtually, Goya. It says, helping the needy is a way of giving back to the community that gave me much, that made me become who I am today. Next, Ophelia Gaskin. Ophelia, mentioning why she volunteers. Volunteering makes me happy, sharing my time and helping and meeting people. Next, Antonia Quaresma and Jared, escorted by Jared Quaresma. Alone, no Jared. Antonia says, I volunteer to use my nursing skills in a productive way to make a difference and be a part of the community. Next in line, Armenio David, escorted by Paz David. He says, volunteering allows me to thank God for the gift of stewardship, meeting new people and learning from them, giving me those moments of inspiration. Next, Carmelito Del Mundo, escorted by Jonathan Del Mundo. Why she volunteers. Volunteering is a privilege, which gives me a good feeling when I have helped somebody without expecting anything in return. Stay right there. Jonathan Del Mundo, escorted by Carmelita. Stay right there. As Jonathan says, as a volunteer, I am able to use the skills and knowledge I learned in the military, and allows me to meet new people and improve my self-worth. Next up, Danielle Emnes, Remy, escorted by Remy and Emnes. He says, why volunteer? Volunteering allows me to meet people and reduce isolation. It helps the heart grow healthy. Yes. Of course, Remedios and Dan. She says volunteering improves mental and physical health through social interaction, lowering risk of depression and anxiety. Next up, we thank Faye Espiritu, escorted by Ray Espiritu. I volunteer to make a difference in people's lives. What do you do? Next, please come to the stage Roy Fabian, escorted by Irma and Shepard. Roy says, volunteering gives self-satisfaction and a life full of blessings. And that's what we all want. Next, please stage Deborah Harlan. Deborah said, volunteering is a blessing in my life, a good way to help others and use my nursing skills. Next to the stage, Bettina Wine, escorted by Amy Fu. Bettina says, yeah, volunteering gave me insight into the medical profession. I'm proud to be a part of an organization that makes such great impact on the lives of the uninsured. Let's welcome Alicia Macambasco. He said, volunteering has given me happiness and contentment from helping someone in need and from belonging to my second family of volunteers. Virginia Milano, escorted by Larry Milano. Virginia said volunteering provides a sense of purpose as we make a difference in the community. Next, we forward to Luke Wynn, escorted by Ann Wynn. It says, by volunteering, I help the Jacksonville community stay healthy and active, thus creating a healthy world. Jamie Pearl. She says, I volunteer to make a difference in the community by helping the vulnerable. Next one is Al Palisok, escorted by the Rhoda Palisok. He said volunteering has offered me the chance to make a difference in the life of those who are not as fortunate as ourselves. Rhoda gets one too. So she says, doing good for others as a volunteer has given me a sense of pride that I have accomplished something in my life. Next to the stage is Gemma Ramirez. Gemma Ramirez. Volunteering has taught me that a little bit of effort can go a long way when done with the greater community with a common goal. Next to the stage, Jessica Reynoso, and escorted by Julius Reynoso. Violin serenading. He says he volunteers. It allows me to give back to the community and help improve the lives of others, with nurses and doctors serving as great role models for me. Julius Reynoso is coming right back to escort Nerissa, that's a name I don't know. Nerissa Blazan Reynoso. Nerissa says, volunteering enables me to make a positive change in someone else's life, which gives me the feeling of accomplishment in helping to achieve the goal of the organization. Next to the stage, Oscar Zaragoza, escorted by Ophelia Zaragoza. Oscar says, I get personal satisfaction when I'm able to assist people in what they need. Next in the presentation and award to the Legacy of Care are the doctors and nurse practitioners. And again, as I call your name, please come up to the stage with your escort to receive your award. We begin with Dr. Doroteo Audacia. Story by Rose. idea. It says, volunteering is a way of giving back to God for the talent to practice my medical profession and for good health. Totally unpracticed. Okay, next is Dr. Patrick Bundy, escorted by Grace Bundy. Dr. Patrick says I volunteer because I have been given so much to share. Next to the stage, let's have Dr. Leonardo Del Rosario, escorted by Jesse Del Rosario. Next, will Mary Lou Ellen come back? Mary Lou says, to volunteer gives me a beautiful and joyful feeling by working with others. Next to the stage, Judith Colleen, escorted by Dave Smathers. She said, volunteering makes me see the dedication of nurses doing a good job of teaching patients about their health. Thank you. Next, will Dr. Antoinette Coe, escorted by Dr. Robert Coe. She said volunteering in charitable work such as Legacy of Care is a wonderful way of putting my faith into action. And Dr. Robert Coe is a word too. He says, I volunteer. To whom much is given, much is expected. And being part of Legacy of Care gives me the chance to fulfill my life's mission. Yes, of sharing my God-given talents. Thank you both. Next, Dr. Betty Mina, escorted by Joe Mina. She says volunteering is to reach out to the needy. As every man hath received gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. Next on the list here, we're going to do a presentation of Legacy of Care Volunteer Provider Awards. So these are presentations of Community Service Awards. So we'll begin with Community Service Award, which goes to Miss Carmelita Del Mundo. Yes. The award will be given by Mr. Randy Fletcher, Area Commander of the Knights of Resolve. That's it. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. Is it working? Show you. How much work we have to do to schedule all these people up here. Mr. Randy Fletcher, are you awarding Ms. Carmelita Del Mundo Community Service Award as the Area Commander of Knights of Resolve?
This little lady I've known for about 20 years and worked with her for probably the last 12. Very energetic, very high-strung, and once she has an idea, she'll just nag at you, until you either accept it or go on. But it's a distinct pleasure for me to award this award to Carmen because she's truly deserving of it. She don't make a lot of noise in the background, but she's just like a fine little machine. She just gets the job done. Very, very great. Thank you.
I am humbled and honored to be recognized as association recipient, and also of importance and very important to this association, Legacy of Care. Thank you.
Next is a recognition and award of supporting organizations. And we'll begin with the Vital Association of Greater Jacksonville. The reward, receiving the award for them is Dr. Lillian Guinness. Dr. Lillian Guinness, receiving for the Vital Association of Greater Jacksonville. Bible Association of Jacksonville. See in the picture, all these yellow, that Our Lady of Peñafrancia, people of the Virgin shirts there. Good. Next, receiving the award for Catholic Association is Tina Comstock. Tina Comstock, please come forward. Next, receiving the award for the Filipino Civic and Cultural Association of Jacksonville, Loman Olupendo. Next award, receiving for the Filipino American Veterans Society, Nick Chen. His support and his Filipino American Veterans Society, providing honor guard services to fallen veterans. Yes, veterans. Performing flag folding and missing men tables.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nick Chan, aka, or rather also known as Uncle Nick. You may call me Uncle Nick. On behalf of the President of the Filipino American Veterans Society, it's my honor to accept this important award. And I thank you so much, Legacy of Care, for bestowing this award. Thank you for recognizing our services and efforts to serve the veterans and non-veterans community. As you know, Fires are always behind you. We support you 100%. However, after watching the testimonial, it's no longer 100%, it will be 101%. Thank you very much, and we wish you success in all your endeavors to serve the less fortunate ones. God bless you all.
Next, receiving the award for the Knights of Columbus, Council 4727. Nick Klepak, supported by Bernice Klepak. Knights were founded in January 1959. Strong and proud heritage of service to the Arlington, Jacksonville area. Council 4727 actively supports Christ the King Parish and Resurrection Parish. Now receiving the award for the Order of the Knights of Resolve and the Ladies Auxiliary, Marlo Caparas. Marlo Caparas. The Order of Knights of Resolve was founded for the purpose of studying the teachings of our national hero, Dr. Jose P. Rizal, emulating his example and propagating them to all classes of people. Thank you. Next, receiving the award for the Muslim American Social Services Clinic, Diane Raines. The Muslim American Social Service Clinic to create equity by providing healthcare services to the most vulnerable adults in our region through partnerships with our volunteers, providers, and community leaders.
Thank you. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Mass Clinic and our staff and our volunteers, we are so honored to be part of this evening and part of being honored by such an amazing organization as Legacy of Care. So thank you. And on behalf of our patients, thank you for the work that you do in this community. We appreciate it.
And now receiving the award for the Philippine Medical Society of Northeast Florida, Dr. Melchor Barros. Escorted by Philippine Medical Society of Northeast Florida. Great things are never done by one person. Do great things together, love, and have fun too. Doreen Gross, escorted by her husband, will receive the award for Read Philippines. Read Philippines provide educational resources for poor children in the Philippines. Read Philippines provides resources to help improve the quality of education in the Philippines. Next, Grace Bunny, escorted by Dr. Patrick Bunny for Resurrection Catholic Parish. Resurrection Catholic Parish up there in North Arlington. Their mission is to bring joyful news of Christ's resurrection to our community. Next, Connie Villanueva, escorted by her spouse. Receiving the award for Vistalia and Medano Association of Jacksonville, founded by the late Ness Temple on July 12, 1987. The goal was to unify the BMA Filipino community and to preserve its culture.
Hello, everybody. I almost did not make it this tonight's event, so we were on vacation. So anyway, it was that Luz to say something. Luz, come here. You have that piece of paper, please. She was prepared, and I delegated her to say something. Bolon to Cole, as per Father Rafael. Okay, Luz Monica is the Vice President of the Science Mindanao Association. And by the way, Lolita, you did not need to say my name. I nominated Legacy because you truly deserve it.
Mahirap puro utos. Okay, I would like to thank, on behalf of the Visayas Mindanao Association, we would like to thank the Legacy of Care for giving us the award and inviting us to be part of this special occasion. Thank you, Lord.
And now receiving for We Care, Susan King, escorted by her spouse. We Care, Patients Providers and Philanthropy, provides specialty medical care for low-income, uninsured, and homeless adults in Duval County. That's a lot of awards there, but there's a special recognition award for presentation, an award to Dr. Patrick Booney and Mrs. Grace Booney for providing clinical space, medical supplies, and urgent care to Legacy of Care patients. Please come to the stage to receive.
We are really grateful for this couple who have provided us clinic space all these years. And not only clinic space, even my patients, Legacy of Care patients that need urgent care, because we choose not to send them to the emergency room, we have to send them to Dr. Buni. So if he says that they really need emergency room, then they go, but otherwise, he takes them medical supplies and everything else. Next, we would like to Legacy of Care. We are doing fundraising, but we also donate. So this time we are donating to Queen of Peace Radio, of which Tom Run is the general manager, and a little token of appreciation, not much, but still. Okay, Father Lavilla, is already gone, right? I think that's the same as tomorrow. So the next one. This gala would not have been as successful as it is. If we are not 200, I think almost there. You know, this is the first time we really have a good turnout because of course last year was a hurricane. So I would like to give recognition to Grace Bonnie, who was really on the phone trying to solicit ads or tickets or whatever. So Grace Bonnie, for all the efforts despite the other work that she has in her office. And of course, the other person that works with Grace a lot to make this gala really, all the volunteers also help. These are the people that stand up. And she doesn't know this. Miriam Ellis. Miriam Ellis cruises around town to see people. They don't answer their phones, and she goes and find them. And of course, the gala is made, they call this, great because of the MC. And we have had him for the second time. And I told him he will be the permanent MC for as long as Legacy is having the gala. Okay? Welcome, guys. He's doing such a good job. So,
You know, Lolita says, oh, how do you say no to her? One more, don't go too far, Lolita.
Legacy has been here for 12 years, and I have the privilege of knowing Lolita even before Legacy. I would say I have seen through her heart. That's why we've been working together. First, she's working with her husband before, and all these years, for 12 years, we've been working in Legacy of Care. She has been our energizer. She's going and going. Sometimes I don't know where her energy is coming from. She works really early in the morning and still works really late at night. Sometimes it's my last call of the night. And she just have all this energy. And she is, to quote the Father Paeng, I think she first had the volume called, and then she has become our mentor in Legacy of Care. At the same time, she has been holding our volunteers. She has shed so many volunteers because sometimes she has to stand by all of the volunteers until the work is done. Without all of this, Legacy, I don't know where we're going to be, but we're still standing strong. And thank you, Lolita Masingil, for all your efforts. Can I call all the volunteers of Legacy to stand up for her? Thank you again. You see, this gala is different from all the others. First, because I am thinking, I never thought I'm old, but when I have the birthday, then I am 72. And it seems like when you reach that age, it seems like your days on earth are numbered. So I said I have to do the thing that should be done, which is not only honoring volunteers, but the persons behind these volunteers. That is why we always say this sport, it may take time to let them come up, but some of these unseen heroes, the wives or the husbands, have never gone up the stage. It's always the husband or the wife. So that's why it's high time when they get escorted, they have to come up the stage before they die. So that I always tell the volunteers, so that you have something to write in addition in your obituary, that you got an award. Okay? So that is the reason why we did this, to give honor and recognition to those that need recognition before the time is up and we run out of time, right? So thank you again, and to all the supporters, people that have done it without you, and thank you for responding. And of course, I would like to, of course, we here has been the ones helping us, but I would like to mention the MAS clinic, the Muslim Association Services clinic. They have helped us greatly in everything. And anytime I call Shah, even at night, even if he's in India or Surakshenda, they answer, Lolita, I'm in India. What do you need? And that is for real, and they are here. So, I mean, so we have the people that help us, and of course the Filipino community and all the others. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Have fun. She has the right thing, you know. Husband, wives, or spouses, we could easily knock the legs out from underneath of us, and we wouldn't be back helping. So thank you, Lolita, for recognizing the spouse as well. At this point, we'll have Irma and Shetta up here for the closing remarks, please.
Good evening, everyone. I promise to be brief. Well, this has been quite an evening. We have recognized the valuable contributions of Legacy of Care volunteers and their families. We have appreciated the various organizations that have supported Legacy of Care. We have seen the positive contribution of Legacy of Care to the community, validated by the award received from Channel 4 and recognition by the City Council. All these are a testament to the meticulous work put into place by a systematic planning and organization of the gala of this committee. Thank you, Marian Ellis. Please stand up. And Ms. Grace Bonnie for the solicitation of ads to support our funding. I hope you enjoyed the dinner tonight and the award presentation. I hope we have conveyed the message that whatever you do to the least of my people, you do it unto me. Once again, thank you all on behalf of Legacy of Care, not only for being here tonight, but for becoming partners in building a healthy community. Enjoy the rest of the evening with dancing, and we will have a drawing of door prizes after every 3 dance numbers and also, we would like to invite you to join our Seniors Health Extravaganza featuring Seniors Got Talent show at the Resurrection Church on November 17 at 6 o'clock in the evening, and it is free. Thank you and enjoy the night.
Just before the dancing, You know, I just want to remind everybody, I didn't know this, there were tickets over here. You could buy tickets and win prizes. How fun is that? So the prizes are still unclaimed as yet. You gotta get your ticket. So if you want to take a look at the prizes or you want to get a ticket, come on over to this table. I'm pointing where this, and now for the music. We've got motion and rhythm. Hallelujah. Yeah, rhythm and motion. I'm sorry, I'm backwards now. You know, maybe next year I'll learn some more to Gala as we go. I'll eventually start speaking. Okay, thank you.